Welcome back, my Jedi friends, and today we're in the boardroom for a battle, an epic battle of empaths versus narcissists. Empaths versus narcissists is what we will discuss today, folks. And although I've discussed this on this channel before, it's very topical at the moment, and I've several friends that are going through this, and I'm having to have pep talks with them on a semi-regular basis at the moment. So this is to my friends that are going through this as a reminder, and this is true to anybody else that is going through this at the moment. And I'm picking up with the vibe, folks, that there's quite a lot of you going through this at the moment. So let's start. For those of you that are unfamiliar to me, you won't know. What you won't know is that I say that every person that's high empathy um, is going to have to go through a battle, probably with a narcissist, because they are here to gift you with the capability to learn to fight your corner. So most empaths are trained in letting stuff go for the greater good. Let stuff go for the greater good. No, they're just having a bad day. What we do is make excuses for bad behavior and don't deal with the cause. And so then what happens is when it calms down, we're all happy, we're relieved, and then it happens again. And it happens again. You think they might change. It happens again. You think they might change. Then there's a relapse. You've got a calm period for a couple of months maybe, but then it happens again. There's the recurrent thing, folks. It happens again and again and again. So let's look at what a narcissist does. Let's look at the profile, the personality profile. The narcissist is like an energy vampire. So what they do is they get energy from draining your energy. You, as an empath, you get energy through raising the energy of those around you. That's the critical distinction. That's how you know you're dealing with a narcissist. And you know that you're dealing with a narcissist because narcissists say the cruelest things with no fear of ramifications. And a narcissist is the most precious if they're on the receiving end of their own bullshit behavior. So that's the litmus test. How do you know you're dealing with a narcissist? Give them a taste of their own medicine. And they don't like it, folks. They're instantly sensitive to you giving it to them. But when they give it to you, there's zero accountability or acknowledgement that they've caused major disruption or said cruel things. And they'll deny it. They'll deny to your face stuff that they've done. The narcissist has an array of tactics which are so cruel and so unbelievable that you just couldn't use them. And this is why they get one over on the empath mainly, because they're prepared to do things that you're not. They have an array of behaviors which you don't have. And in the case of my friends here, they're dealing with narcissistic partners and there's children involved. The narcissist will have absolutely no worries about sounding you out in front of the kids. It's another narcissistic game. So, my Jedi friends, what can you do about this? So, here's a few tactics. If you're caught in a narcissistic relationship and you're in the throes of, I need to get out, but you're going through the chaos that they keep calling you out in front of the kids, here's a very simple trick. It's not even a trick, it's a technique, it's a tactic. Because as an empath, you won't want the kids to be affected by this, but there's no way they can get out. Firstly, there's no way they're going to be unaffected by this. But what you can do is limit the damage. And if you're being undermined in front of the kids, a very simple thing is to get your camera out, your phone camera, and record it and say, right, I'm recording this. Now, the advantage, stroke disadvantage that you'll have by doing this is that the narcissist is so trained in you pretty much taking their bullshit that they won't believe that you're going to lower yourself to their level, and quite often won't be able to stop themselves from talking even if you are recording it. But that's how you instantly start recording. In one of the cases of one of my friends, she's threatening to take him to the police for bullying behavior. It's unbelievable. The tactics that a narcissist will use to manipulate the empath is unbelievable. My advice to him, consequently, was to actually pick up the phone and call the police yourself the next time you get threatened, because given the weight of evidence of what's going on, I actually do suggest that you get the police involved. But anyway, I'm going off tangent here, folks. The bottom line is the narcissist is so used to getting their own way that they won't know what's hit them when you start changing your behavior. The reason a narcissist has been drawn into your world is to give you a skill set, and that is to learn how to pack a punch when you need it. So this isn't about going out looking for a fight. The empath will never do that. But sometimes you're caught in a corner. You're stuck in a corner, folks, and the person in front of you is determined to have a fight. And you're very good at navigating your way out of that situation. You spent a lifetime doing it, and you're very good with people, and you're very reasonable, and you see both sides of an argument. A narcissist doesn't care about the other side of any argument. The only thing that they care about is themselves and their perspective and what they want. And they get energy from you by putting you down. By suppressing your energy, they get energy from you. So this is the dynamic that you have to navigate. And the invitation from the universe for you, my Jedi friends, my empathic friends, my good people friends, is to develop a skill set where you learn to pack a punch. You learn not to take the bullshit, you learn to call it out. A part of it will be recording it because if you're caught in that relationship, you'll want proof that the person has undermined you in front of the kids. You'll want proof that they have said what they've said. And one of the narcissist's favorite weapons is denying stuff that happened. They're just denying it. You bring stuff up from the past. I don't remember that. That's one of their favorite weapons is denying your existence, denying the existence of conversations that you know happened. And then you start to feel like you're going a little bit insane, folks. And I can tell you for certain, growing up with a narcissistic mother, that was her favorite game. The favorite game. I don't remember that. You bring up stuff from the past. I don't remember that. She'll bring up stuff from the past all the bloody time and manipulate the story as well. That's her favorite game. Bang, 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 bang. But when you do the same, I don't remember that. Well, that's not how I remember it. These are the little tactics, and they're all designed to actually make you question your mental health, folks. The narcissist is brilliant at bringing out your issues, and the idea is to take away your self-confidence to such a level that you lose the will to fight. But here's where things change. Here's where I noticed the shift with my good people, my empathic friends. When there's kids involved, they won't fight for themselves, but they'll do it for the kids. So the conversation I have, you'll do this for the kids. So they're called to step up because they know it is for the good of their kids. And not only that, I mean, the narcissist in a relationship breakout will do everything they can to get what's good for them and ignore what's good for the kids. Even if that means costing a lot of money, a lot of court fees, a lot of legal fees that are all being paid out as they're trying to get more money. Money that would otherwise go to the kids. It's insane, folks. Absolutely insane. So, from an empath point of view, the first thing you have to realize you're fighting an unfair battle. You're fighting somebody that will use techniques and methods and tactics that you previously thought is below you, that is unethical, that is just not fair. And you're being invited to develop a skill set for certain situations in your life that you have to learn to fight like the narcissist in the situations where you've got to face off. And this is often relationships where children are involved, where you can't just walk away. You don't have the option to just walk away. You have to learn to fight your corner. And the only way you do that is to make things so painful for them that they think twice about coming at you with bullshit behavior. And one thing that the empath definitely needs to learn is start recording. The narcissist won't be able to stop themselves when they're in mid-flow. Start recording them. They'll hate it. They'll absolutely hate it, folks. But that is one way that you stop it. Because then you've got evidence that they can't deny it. This is what happened. And down the line, you'll be able to show your kids. When they say, why did this happen? You say, look, this is what I had to deal with. It will be on public record, my Jedi friends. And that is where you pack the punch to the narcissist. Do not be afraid to record their bullshit behavior. They won't be able to stop themselves most of the time. That is your safety valve. And you stick every one of those files on a safe platform. In fact, on a USB stick and stick it in a safe somewhere. Put it on as many safe platforms as you can for posterity, for the record, folks. And that is how you win against a narcissist. Of course, you never do actually win against a narcissist. What you do is you fight them with fire. You fight fire with fire, which is a tactic or a thing that the average empath isn't used to doing, but you're being invited to do, folks. So, in summary, good people, empaths, people that are generally good with people and generally want the best outcomes for everybody, generally the peacemaker in the mix. Sometimes you're in a situation where you have to fight, you have to throw punches, you have to start swinging. And the reason that you have to start swinging is for the same reason when a bully comes up to you. If you don't do anything about it, they'll keep coming back because you're an easy target. And only by fighting fire with fire will you reduce the nonsense that you're having to deal with. And your worst case scenario, your absolute backup plan is to start recording the behavior of the person in front of you. A very practical tip that you can take to capture this so that when you have to explain this, possibly in a court, or possibly to your kids in the future, you can show them. You can show them the reality of what you had to deal with. Because in the case of certain families, you may have a hiatus. It's very common for narcissists to poison kids against the empath partner to make them the guilty party, to tell them a story, a narrative. But there will always be a story where the kids come looking for you and they want their own answers. So there may be a hiatus, folks. And this is the hardest part, especially for guys in relationships with narcissistic women, where the women will probably get the kids while they're younger. There'll be a time where you have to explain yourself, my Jedi friends. And the best way to have is some evidence for them of what you had to deal with and how you tried your very best to make things as easy as possible, that you were reasonable and they weren't. And you do that through video evidence. You do that through calling out bullshit. You do that through permanent messages, so emails. Write an email explaining the behavior that you have. See if you can get anything written, any evidence, folks. You have to start being a little bit thinking yourself, I need proof. How would I prove this? And video evidence, email evidence, all of this type of things, or even having people in the same room as you to witness this. So there you go, folks. And if you really want to take it to another level, hidden cameras in your house, which are perfectly legal in that instance, folks. So there you go. That's how you deal if you're caught in a narcissistic relationship and there's kids involved. It's a difficult one, folks, a really difficult one to navigate. And that is just the benefit of conversations that I'm having with friends right now, of having to deal with this and how insane it is, how disruptive it is to their life and their sanity, folks, trying to do the best that they can for their kids while simultaneously being navigating, being made the villain in the equation, being undermined in front of the kids, behaviors which the other partner would absolutely blow up at if you did it to them, but it's fair game when they do it to you. That's what you're dealing with, folks. It's unfair. The rules are unfair when you're dealing with a narcissist. You're being encouraged to step up. You're being encouraged to lower yourself to their level for your sanity, for the greater good of yourself and your kids, folks. So there you go. There's my little video today. Hopefully that will help the people that are struggling in narcissistic relationships where there's kids involved to start to at least lay the foundations of a better future. And a better future means a very disruptive here and now, and that's never easy, folks. It's never easy. So my energy, my love goes out to anybody facing this situation right now, because it's certainly not easy. And if you want little reminders, hints, tips of things to do to raise your energy, to feel better, to connect with a better community, then do like and subscribe to the video, folks, because I will be drip feeding other pieces of the jigsaw. Speaking of which, there's another piece just there. So, my Jedi friends, you will go in, you'll learn to pack a punch, you'll deal with this face on, and you will feel better eventually for doing so.